la cour la bola café pia trawer la cocodin sans sur le fall la word la kera datam bande tiktok sanyele fu bere zaza ya fu bere zaza ya fu bere bunum 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 bala fu bere zaza ya fu bere zaza ya fu bere bunum 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 bala au base de la joie dernier moulin rouge hablo mananja. Les positions arden la bora pour les flammes bêtes de cadent type snapaden la tenue statique ici c'est tout fou belle zaza ya fou belle zaza ya fou belle bonum 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 bala fou belle zaza ya fou belle zaza ya fou belle bonum 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 bala baba senior what was in son don't nada ni zobro belem senior son in son don't nada ni zobro yana kudu
so I knew la moba mumu ni farafina I knew la no ifaragbara fami no moi ta le licence Tanzania hours are different, so for the part the Middle East, I mean the Midwest, it's after 4 here, and I know it'll be after 5 or 6 in the East Coast. So this is my greeting to everybody, and I want to tell everybody welcome. We'll be having a very interesting conversation here. We'll be touching things. We expect people to come for us to have conversation. So I would like to invite you all to come now have some conversation here today. It'll be good for us to have those conversations because it is our right, and this is the time to have these conversations. If you don't, then definitely it's going to be something that you need to really stand for. So we say welcome to everybody. Yeah, so I will take you to some music. So from there will be, let me try to arrange some activity here to bring some more people on the show so that, or to arrange everything so that those that are supposed to be here, they will be here. We'll be discussing some issues about Liberia. So stay tuned. Maman Foulane, Franck Calais with Rogo, le Prince Congo, Assise la merveille.
Et le grand vainqueur est tout simplement monsieur Mamadi.
Lia Baba.
So, welcome to everybody. So, we'd like you to share the information. So, we're getting ready to have some conversation. We got a lot to talk about. What is happening around us and what in the news. A lot. So many things in the news that include the conflict with Iran and what you've been hearing in the news about the Iran war and all the other activity, the fun and stuff. So we'll be here to talk about it, and we'll be talking about some community issues as well. So we want you to listen. Sorry. So yeah, so what in the news today, so you been hearing a lot about what happening in Liberia. They got people that were supposed to be speaking to, that were supposed to be discussing about the drugs activity. And after that, we talk about the brother Amara, the senator. What happens? All depends on those that are supposed to be here for us to have those conversations. But firstly, I would like to ask you, if at all you hearing me my voice, please let me know in the comment section. So let me know, and then I'll be able to adjust myself because I'm not hearing myself. Yeah, so that is the issue. So we are waiting, but before we got somebody to come here. So there is a news circulating everywhere about the U.S. As you know, the U.S., what is happening is that you know very well the U.S. in conflict with Iran, and it has become a burden to a lot of us. Very burden. Very, very burden. But I don't know if how many of you that believe in religion, well, how could I call that? Religion, you sacrifice yourself for religion, even the reality is there. Whether you being Christian or Muslims, we have to be real with one another. I am a Muslim, but the reality here is that something is happening that you feel to, stop. You believe in hypocrisy because what is happening right now, what is actually happening right now, if you can't realize that something is wrong, and in fact, all that is going on is just a hoax against certain group of people, but you fail to realize that you just want to satisfy your desire. So the problem is on you. Okay? The problem is on you. So what is really happening? There is a news about the US president quite recently, his trip to Tokyo, and everybody know what happened. This is the first of a kind. It's very, very concerning. People are very, very concerned about what is happening. So we don't bring the news directly, because when we do that, they actually take our video down and they don't want us to talk about anything that got to do with this conflict, the moment you try to do video about it, the social media, the new owners, they take action against you right away. But besides that, there is a lot of interesting story about the ongoing situation around the world. But the leaders of those apps, the TikTok, they have so many rules these days that they reflect on us. Not many of them, but it reflect on us. The moment we try to talk about what is happening, and then they take action against our views. And right away, you say it's a community guideline. So many times we don't do video to talk about these things, but it is very important, very, very important for you to know your surrounding and for you to know what is actually happening right now. Yes, for you to know what is happening right now. So in the first place, I will tell you, the US went to war with Iran, and it have caused so many high prices around the world, especially in the US. So many high prices, especially gas, commodities. Things prices are very, very high right now. So the question here is, the superpower went to war with Iran. That was not the issues. They went there, they said they're going to bring situation under control, Iran, whatsoever. They have everything on Iran. Okay. So now, where are we? Where are we in this whole war? Where are we? The war still on. Things are not better. But our view, for us, some of our view, they don't like it. They don't like it. They don't like us to express ourselves the way we want it. They don't like it at all. So what we do, we go to apps and bring informations. Those apps that we go to, they explain exactly what's happening. And then we use those informations on our social media account. And that's what exactly I'm about to do. So I'll be right with you, but I want you to listen to a bit of music with you right now.
Baba. Sanyana baba nunga kongangala ya timnuga kawe de baga yigra ibeko kola tun sudako amponom kulugandini ngorgo repase misa nimbutele sanzuga mbane sanzaga kola jogo la bola kafe pia trewede la kokode sansukolo falla wordo la kera datam bande tiktok seyele fubele zaza ya fubele zaza ya fubele bundum 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 bala fubele zaza ya fubele zaza ya fubele bundum 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 bala au bas de la joie damia moulebous ablo manaja. Fubele zaza ya fubele zaza ya fubele bundum 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 bala fubele zaza Sinam Congo. Igra Ibego, Capiro Bambora Rabe, Caniduku Bambora Kabuli, Capekaning Canyola Bonora, and Sebi Sagano Lavazomera, les positions Arden La Paura, pour les flammes de Tricaden, Tipslapaden, Latin Stati ici c'est tout. Fou better Zaza, ya fou better Zaza, ya fou better Bunum 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 Bala, fou better Zaza, ya fou better Zaza, ya fou better Bunum 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 Bala. Baba Signor, what was in, son? Don't know that is over. Bill Signor, so innocent, son. Don't know that is over. Yana good food. Top within, son. Don't know that is over. Fredino, this is it, son. Don't know that is over. What did you want to capwas and then I'm picking for them back. Food better Zaza, ya food better Zaza, ya food better Bunum 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 Bala. Food better Zaza, ya food better Zaza, ya food better Bunum 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 Bala. Nika in the sun with it. Hamza, you got square. Honorable Sulhu, Navasana.
Sorry, Honorable. Sorry, Rossier, welcome. Rossier, welcome. I think you got to go and come back again. Hello? Rossier? You have to go and come back again. Hello?
Hello. I'm coming. Hey.
I am not as green as you are.
Yeah, the line.
I will embarrass the company, literally. So please, take it easy on yourself, okay? I beg of you, do not kill me. I'm going to stay for you, okay?
Well, I'll go or share. I can read.
Oh, you want to go on and come back?
Yeah, I want to go and come by.
Okay, I can
Now
move
somebody.
you. Let me move you.
Yeah,
Let me move you.
somebody.
Yeah, you must
No
come
way.
come back.
I come in right now. I just want to change my location. Somebody was
Yeah, but I
calling
have
me. I
to.
want
Yeah, listen
remove
now.
me. Yeah, listen now.
Okay, I won't kick you.
I won't kick you.
You press and come back. Yeah, that was the brother over there. Coming right back. Please come back. I am trying to.
Et le grand vainqueur est tout simplement monsieur Mamadi.
Lia Baba.
Come on, we're trying to step a lot of stuff there. 1 second, guys. So I'll be showing you something that very funny. Everybody have it on social media, and I want you to take a look at it and see what really happened. So yeah, in fact, The president trip to Turkey. What happened? How the president left Turkey? How the U.S. president left Turkey is everywhere on social media. That is very something concerning to me. It's not funny. It's not that I want to be funny about it. I want to talk something serious about what really happened when the president went to Turkey and how he left Turkey by manipulation. How people manipulated this and make it look like a threat, even though confirmation have not come yet. They said a lot of analysts, a lot of journalists, a lot of veterans have said there was not a threat. On social media, you can watch it for yourself. It's everywhere. Okay, so this is issue that many of us need to be very concerned about, especially when you are a concerned Muslim. If you are a concerned Muslim, you need to be very, very well concerned about what took place quite recently on the 8th of August. It's not about laughing. It's not about joke at all. Things like they could cause a huge problem for Muslims. What just happened to Turkey? This was a necessary threat for Muslims people, the Ummah. If something would have gone wrong, and now people joke with this, people play with it, people make it seem like that's something to laugh about. This was a very serious problem for we the Muslim. Okay, this was a very serious problem for we the Muslim. Okay, what you looking at here, this was a very, very serious problem for we the Muslim, because the propaganda that is being used against we the Muslims is very serious. And we have done nothing to deserve this kind of hate preached by politicians against we the Muslims. Why should we be used as a scapegoat in this process, in this political fight against one another? We the Muslim, we are only asking y'all leave us alone. We only want to worship God, the Almighty. But all of a sudden, politicians, they see that to be an instrument to use us as a human shield for other people to go against us all the time. I mean, the Republican politicians. They don't even be ashamed in a party to believe that they have Muslims in the Republican Party. But every time they use Muslims, names, jihadists, extremists, making us to look fearful among other people. Why? Why we have done? Why have we done so much? What kind of threat Muslims are carrying on in the world? Are the Muslims the one that fighting Muslim countries to destroy them? Have you seen any country that Muslims are attacking apart from the war that have been organized by those same politicians in other countries? Most of these countries around the world are not Muslim countries, they are secular countries. But probably some are being Muslim dominant. But why is it we being used to be a group of people that believe in God to worship, and will be used for people to, call us all kinds of names. This is crazy. So, welcome, brother.
Okay, thank you.
Brother, it's a funny bike, you can wear something, but what do you think?
Yeah, you right.
Yeah. Let me bring Rabbi. I'll be looking at you. Yeah. So this is the problem. This is the problem. Like I was saying, okay? Like I was saying, people need to understand what is happening to with the Muslim is not a good thing. Politicians use the Muslims to accomplish their dirty games. And many of you believe that. It's very painful for you to be a Muslim and looking at things like this, and you cannot even speak about it for other people to understand. But thank God, in the US, people are getting to believe that all this is just a propaganda, it's just a machine tools to lie on Muslims everywhere. We are not seeking for any kind of fighting. We just want to live. Those that see this life to be life for them to enjoy, and this is the only place they want to do everything they can do. They don't want to obey. We want to stay obedient. That is why we important life everywhere. So before I continue with this particular story that the US president went to Tokyo, before I continue with that story, I want to see if this video will be the rightful video for me to watch, for us to watch. So I'll go right to the video and play it so that we see if this is the right video. But I'm not sure if this explain anything. Just show picture. I want something to explain this. So what I will do, I will still post it. Let me check for another video that will be explaining this as well, because this is something that I want you to look at. Okay, so let me take it off the stream, and then I can find another one that ETV and myself can listen to, because I don't want this to be like my view. Yeah, I don't want this thing to be like my view. So let me see who gonna report it. Report by. Let me see. I see, and I'm gonna report this. Okay, so we're gonna do this. So let me see what it says here. So this report will be done by CNN. So yeah, welcome, brother. I see you. So brother, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah, before we start our African conversation, that's something that I was packing on right here. I don't know if you were. I don't know if you were listening. There is a propaganda going on. Okay, let me explain to you. There is a propaganda going on against the Muslim. That has been a habit of the American politicians. They always use Muslims as a scapegoat or a politician's shield to lie about how Muslims are wicked, Our Muslims are bad. Our Muslims are extremists. Our Muslims are jihadists. You know, we got two parties in the United States, even though they say they got different parties, but the two major parties are Republican and Democrat.
Yeah.
So they both party have Muslims in all. So for one of the party, even though the idea of Muslim being in those parties, I'm not sure if the both parties share it equally, but there might be some kind of misunderstanding about the Muslim being in those both parties, even though the other party may not be singing it with song, like for people to notice, but the other party really sing this with song. They really sing this because I don't know if Muslims are in a party, they like the idea, I don't know, but they don't even speak about it. So every time they will be calling Muslims names, extremists, jihadists, and every time they say that, people are awakening. It's never good for us. So this is what is going on. But people are waking up a little bit in the US now. They're getting to understand that all what the politicians are doing is not good at all. It's not something that is true. Everything is just a hoax. It's a lie. You understand? So
Yeah, I'm getting you.
that is what exactly going on in the US. So I'm trying to talk about this because it's good for us to really talk about it, because the thing here is that if we don't talk about it, somebody else will not talk about it because we are Muslim. We have to show our position in some of those things. Okay.
Yes.
So now that it happened, and then for every time they call the Muslim bad name, they call the Muslim bad name. So, and people need to wake up to this thing that it's just a hoax, it's a lie. So now their lie is coming up every day and night. People are getting to know that these people are lying, they are not saying truth. So quite recently, with the war in Iran and how they call it, and their action towards the Muslim when it comes to these elections in America. We have one Muslim candidate in Michigan. I won the primary, but then you see all the hate coming up. And then when you look at the United States, the president went at war with Iran. A lot of Americans don't like the idea. It's like the war was not justifiable. But then the US president keeps saying that there is a threat, even though we know the security commander, one of our best security commander, resigned because he said there is no threat. There was no threat. So all the accusations they accuse Iran of, a lot of people reject those ideas, and then from there, people are claiming that the US and Israel, they are the one that really prompted this. And in fact, some people are saying Israel is the one that pushed the US into this. So now the war is on. The hypocrite Muslims, on the other hand, which is Saudi and the Emirates, those people they do everything to encourage the US to destabilize their neighbors, because I don't know what they really see with Iran, and they are not stable at all with Iran. I don't know. So in that case, this is how things going. So quite recently, on the 8th, the US, I'm not talking about the war now because we know everybody witnessing what is happening. But you know that the US president traveled to Turkey. I mean, Turkey. They call it Turkey. So he went there. On his way back, this is what happened. And it's been reported by um every reporters. So before you myself, we can continue there. I'll meet you. Don't worry, I'll meet you as well. Before we can continue, I wanted you to watch a video. You can imagine this. The president went there. They said there was a threat. Are you listening? He said there was a threat. So now, this threat was not good at all, if that was true. But we know now that a lot of news coming out that this alarm that they said there was a threat. People are saying there was no threat. But the outcome, what's going to happen if this is going to happen, like what I was saying, that the people wanted to launch the Air Force with the president in it, the implication against Muslims, what's going to happen? But before I even play that video, I wanted to hear from you. If, brother, this is going to happen, what do you think going to be the position of the Muslim Ummah today? Because those people, they don't see the difference between Muslims. And they're going to be accusing Muslim country of doing that. And especially in the US, there is a lot of phobism against the Muslims. So I want you to think about it. Give me a little opinion of you. You think if something like that going to happen, what's going to be the Muslim position today? Before I even play the video.
Like if they have hit the US Air Force.
Yeah, by Muslim group, because they were pointing it at Muslim. They already making noise about Muslim being extremist and jihadists, all that. If what they were saying, that the Muslim country wanted to hit the Air Force, if that's going to happen, what's going to be the Muslim position today, even in the US and around the world? What are people going to say?
That is going to cause what we call the change order. You know, from time to time, the war have been politicized, especially when it comes to Muslims. The US politicians are aware. They know very well the brave people in the world are the Muslim people. That when they tell you they are prepared to move, they will move with you. So they have trained several Muslims as a terrorist. Because when you talk about terrorists, it is the American. They are the terrorists and they organize, train the people with no terroristic move. Look at the American behavior in Venezuela. To go and catch the president, a sitting president and his wife. That is a terroristic act. So
yeah, what's about
whenever you getting me right?
Yeah.
Whenever America is involved, they will cover their behavior. They will pin it white for people to support them. But when it is against them, they will pin it black and make all of people to look ugly.
Oh, yeah,
that is this.
They're not hiding it. They didn't hide it.
Thank you. So now, their fear now is the war order is changing gradually. 30 years ago to today, the Muslim community, the Muslim country are now changing their thinking. The way Muslims used to follow the American, even if they are dealing with a Muslim community, we support them. No, it's not happening now. Imagine the war going on in Iran. Look at the Iran situation. Most of those neighboring countries refuse to allow the American use their country as American base. So it's giving American hard time. The war between America and Iraq, there are a lot of bases were used in the sub-region. That's how they destabilized Iraq very quickly. But now with the case of Iran, and technically Iran is a very sophisticated country. So the issue is if Donald Trump will have been killed or if the S4 have been attacked, that's going to be the story. It will be the story like the same story that people are explaining today about Maduro from Venezuela. I'm telling you the truth. It's going to be the same story like what happened during the September 11. So disaster, nobody pray for it, but once it happens, it happens. The solution is what people should be finding. So America can now move all over to all the Islamic country to go and attack them because Iran attacked the American Air Force. That's going to be of plus for Iran.
Okay, so while we're looking at now the implication of with the Muslims, how they're going to look at us, how they're going to look at us, how we're going to be in the U.S. and around the world. Firstly, I want you to know there was people on board when the president left that plane and go and transit into another food truck to go away from the plane. And the sad part about it, they left all the journalists and they are diplomats that were in the truck. They left, in the plane, they left everybody in it. So if there was a threat, so all the people gonna be unalive. And what's gonna happen? They're gonna accuse the Muslims. And besides that, to tell you how God moved beyond those people, they left all those people in the plane. I think that where they make the mistakes. But I think that was something they really wanted to do to accuse Muslim country or Muslims of doing a terroristic act.
So let me tell you.
Yeah. Before, when you see that, we can play the video. You listen to this.
I just listening and monitor Guinea that the Guinea president left Guinea to go in exile for a few days. Eventually, they said there was an attempt for incursion or rebel activity in Guinea. So when people post, I said no. That is the behavior of military government. Military government, whenever they plan to get opposition actors, they will always create a situation where they will say, oh, there are a group of people, and then they want to get a certain people. America already looking for a way to get all of people into this situation because they have done everything possible. Iran still remains strong. So it was a designated, how they call it, a strategy, calculated strategy to accuse Iran and Muslim community so that all of people can join America. Because right now, the war with Iran is different from the war with Iraq and the war with Muammar Gaddafi. Other countries refuse to join America, and America alone cannot go to war. So they are designing their war strategy to make other people to see a reason to say, oh yeah, there is a Muslim and Christian war. It is not Muslim and Christian war. It is an economic war. There is a totally economic war. So they are looking for collaborator. That's their strategy.
You see? So that's what they've been doing. And they be boasting about it, talking about they are the one that put government into places and they can remove government at any time, and they preaching democracy, how you'll be preaching these kind of things, and then you're going in the same country when they put on in line with you, and then from there you'll remove the government, and they be breaking about it, talking about we arm them, we do this, we do that. What kind of life is that? How you're making this whole war unbearable for us? So I wanted you to listen to the video. Welcome on how they call it, when you come back, then I will have you on to get your welcome statement. I don't know what you're doing, but you have to be steady before you do this, Chief. What's going on? You okay? Unmute you. Yeah, go ahead. Unmute yourself.
I said I'm just I am just from the masjid. I just from the masjid, walking towards my home. Yeah, so just few minutes, I'll join the conversation.
All right, then I will take you up. I'm not taking you up total. I'll be watching you. You can come back. So I wanted you to watch this video, brother. I wanted you to listen before we can get into our broad conversation with all the many things that is happening. So let's just look at the listen to the video, and you see really what happened. And Trump hit this girl a lot.
The secret plane that President Trump used to fly out of Turkey last month. The Washington Post reports this tonight, saying, quote, an Iranian assassination threat against President Trump prompted an extraordinary operation in which he flew secretly from Turkey on an alternate military aircraft while the White House said he was aboard Air Force One. If you look back at the video from that day now, you can see how this clandestine mission played out. President Trump was seen boarding Air Force One at 8:24 p.m. local time on July 8th. But actually, according to the Post, and you can see here, Trump and several of his aides were secretly shuttled minutes later onto this airport catering truck, which was elevated and positioned.
Okay, so what are you looking at over there, bro? See, you see that wet place over there?
Yeah.
When the man entered the plane, and you saw him entering the plane, right?
Yeah.
When he entered the plane, he went somewhere and come out. That's why they're showing that wet place over there. So that small round wet place, that the catering truck,
Yeah.
where they put food, they put all the things to bring it to the plane. So which means when he entered, he escaped from the plane and go down there in that particular place. Now what the US president did. But you see the plane over there, a lot of people inside. Even they get, if I'm making mistake, I think they get all inside. But let's listen to the video so you can see for yourself. So a whole president went in this plane and saw the human being inside there and escaped from there and go get in another plane and in another car and rent to go get in another plane to go to England and leave a man of human being inside there to go to fly with that threat they're talking about. I don't think that threat was a real threat, because if it was a real threat, why would you leave the people in the plane? So all our people could be sacrificed. So watch a video. It's funny, but a very serious thing, you know?
At a door out of the view of the cameras. Now, the Post reports that the president was on that catering truck when it pulled away from Air Force One at 8:30 p.m., secretly bringing him to a smaller plane, an Air Force C-32A, making the Air Force One that everyone thought he was on a decoy that still had the reporters who thought the president had boarded that plane and who you see boarding right here on the right, and some White House staff aboard. The Washington Post reports that, quote, the maneuver meant that the president's actual location was concealed from the American public and many senior U.S. officials for hours. Air Force One then landed in the UK hours later. Now, it's still not clear, as the Post notes tonight, how the president was transported from that other secret plane back onto Air Force One after it landed. You see here the reporters captured the president getting off the plane that they thought he had just flown on with them to the UK, and he's seen coming down the stairs just before 11 p.m. After greeting American service members on the tarmac, Trump got on the new Air Force One jet. That's the one that was given to the president by the Qatari government. And then he flew back to Washington. Now, the plane that he's getting on here is not to be confused with the old Air Force One decoy or the military plane that he flew on secretly. But it was when the president got back on this plane to fly home to the U.S. that he was asked by reporters why they had been told to lower their window shades on that first flight, which is extremely unusual and not typically something that happens for the press, that sits on the right side of the plane, which is where that airport catering truck was, now that you look back at that other video. But given what we know now, given the pictures that you can see now, it makes what the president told reporters in that gaggle afterward all the more noteworthy.
You're saying there wasn't a security concern?
No. Why would it? Do you know why they had us close our window blinds? That was not usual. Well, yeah, because you're, probably on a dangerous flight because of the sleaze bags that we have to deal with. They think that Iran.
The old man thinking on what to say.
Well, I mean, if they asked you to close your windows, probably they'd feel that way. They didn't ask me to close mine, but if they did, I would have done it.
Were you aware of any credible threat by Iran against Air Force One?
I have a threat all the time. I'm number one on their list before you. But if I go, you go, right?
But was there a specific
so perhaps someday you want to change professions.
If I go, you go. Though the president wasn't actually on the same plane as the reporters who were asking him that question. And when they asked him about why they had to lower their own shades, the president said, well, he wasn't told to lower his. Well, he was on a secret plane. He was not on the same plane that those reporters and some White House staffers were flying on. Joining me tonight is one of the reporters who broke this story, Washington Post national security reporter Dan Lamothe. And Dan, I mean, this is a remarkable scoop and very thorough reporting here. Can you just kind of walk us through what you've learned here?
Yeah, I mean, I think the most significant piece here is that for weeks now, the American public talking about the two Air Force One jets, the newer one from Qatar and the older one from the last couple decades of operations. And in reality, the president was on neither plane. This came to the Post in part because individuals thought that there was a hole in public understanding here that needed to be clarified.
I mean, it also, just in terms of how they came up with this, I mean, you know, a big question is going to be how unprecedented this is. The idea that they would take the president, not only put him on an alternate aircraft, but use a catering truck at the airport to do so.
Yeah, you can see some creativity and ingenuity in how they were able to pull this off. And you know, I don't think there's any dispute here. I mean, Iran is a serious threat to the United States. Iran is a threat to senior U.S. officials that predates this administration. There is cause for concern. It's unclear at the moment what exactly triggered them to take these extreme measures. But either way, we've gone about a month now since it occurred, and until today, there was no public understanding of it.
Well, and you report that the Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth also boarded that C-32A plane separately using external stairs, which means people could see.
I think you get all what they're talking here. So you got a whole idea where we're going at with this, right? So finally, come on up with that and how you escape from the place. When I asked him how you left the place like that, he keep explaining. It was not his fault that the security told him to do that, and he now control himself when he on a mission like that. So, but my own point here was the Muslims. What got us into this all the time? If the people try to castigate us as bad people, that was my own main point. But however, yeah, so that is the issue. So you can conclude with that, and from there we get into Liberia activity.
You know, Iran has become a very, very critical point for Donald Trump and for America. I think he's trying to escape from Iran war, and he want to make it tactically, because if he announced now, the American people saying that, oh, if Donald Trump retreat from Iran, it means Iran win. So, but the American interest in the Middle East is what Donald Trump trying to protect. All right, but he himself is very, very tactical. With the kind of missile that Iran launched in recent time, killing American soldiers in Bahrain, killing American soldiers in Jordan, so it's concerning him. You know, it concerning the man is concerned. He afraid. But then what can he do? The security know very well the American security, they are sophisticated. But because of those things, you see that they got to take the man in a way so that they will design some strategy either to retreat from Iran. That's the problem. Because they're talking about diplomacy. I was listening to him on another news today that they're doing everything possible to have a diplomacy with Iran.
So they can open a Strait of Hormuz. There is a lot we are looking at. So,
that's a major problem.
Okay. So no problem. We'll get to that. Yeah, brother, what is happening in Liberia? Quite recently, there is a lot of the development process. What really happening in our region right now? Our development process.
Monrovia, Liberia is very, very interesting place today. It is interesting for those who have program to execute. The country is peaceful. Only politician will tell you that the country is not peaceful. But if you move around Monrovia or anybody that you know in ask them. There are a lot of private equipment, yellow machine, excavator everywhere. That is the first time in the history of this country where you see machine all over. That is a clear indication that investors have confidence in Liberia. And by the end of this month, according to the Ministry of Agriculture, about 306 pieces of farming equipment will arrive into Liberia to boost the agricultural sectors. Yesterday, the Liberia Revenue Authority congratulated the government congratulated the Liberia Revenue Authority for collecting 893 million this hour in a year. So it shows that the revenue collection is really, really boosting. So there are a lot of things going on. The country is peaceful, businesses moving, money, gold money and diamond money expanding across the country. So I think our economy is opening. And the government also announced free education, free tuition from elementary students up to 6th grade all over the country. So those are progress. And few other embassy also be accredited today. So every month or two, there are embassy coming, embassy opening. So that shows that the country is on the right path.
That's good. So, on a development agenda, what are some of the things that you really been observing when it comes to Lufa County? Because we heard of electricity. We heard about electricity that was going into Vanchama. I don't know if how true that is. If that is true, then you will always let us know. But I really want to know if that electricity thing is working, because I can remember quite recently the old man was on it. So you tell us now, Chief, how is it like?
Yeah, according to LEC managing director, I think 300 plus thousand people from Banga to Vonjama are going to enjoy the LEC current any moment from now. So when it tell you 300,000 compared to the number of people in Lofa according to the latest census, so it made that going to be a very, very significant move. But in Vonjama right now, there's street light everywhere now. So many parts of Lofa eventually continue to receive electricity.
In Vanyama. So
yes,
where that leg going all the way to Foya?
Not only Foya, it go to Vonyama, it will go to Kwaduboni, it will go to Zina Romain, wherever they can direct it. So right now, even the solar plate, they already launched it. The last time you saw Tama Corporation went and do the digital system. So there are a lot of things going in Lofa right now. The road construction is already being launched. And in fact, Keke can leave from Moroya to reach Ovanyama today, this hour and this month of the year. The first time since 15 years ago.
Oh wow. So we heard about crisis quite recently before we come to Amara and other people. So now I just understand that the Guinea president is back in Guinea. I don't know if you have gotten any information like that. The Guinea president is back in Guinea.
Yeah, we saw from our sources, we saw jubilation in Conakry today, and we understood that they have arrested, I think, 25 plus suspects suspected people that planned the incursion against the government. So we are monitoring a close. Yeah, they arrested them.
So the president was not going anywhere. He was just lying.
No, he went out. But for me, tactically, IJF is military strategy to get to certain political actors and some government officials that they may not have interest in them. At the same time, anytime military government want to get some money somewhere, they need to design some kind of strategy. That's it.
So how you look at this?
That's it. Anytime military people are afraid of certain people and they want to get all of people, they will always say they are coup d'etat. You know how many coup d'etat attempt went against Amiado? So every time they say that coup d'etat, I mean, in fact, they all want the argument is this part of the country they talk about. I say it's not possible. 1,500 men cannot overrun Guinea. It's not possible to leave from Senegal border, get to Mamu area before you get to Conakry. Anything that can eliminate that president, it must be originated from Conakry. That is what happened. Lassana Kone was arrested by the army organized in Conakry. Even the Mamadi Doumbouya overthrew the government organized in Conakry. But you cannot put down 1,500 men to leave from the border and enter in Conakry. It's not possible.
So what is Mamadi Doumbouya mission? What? Because I like him anyway. Because for now military regime they are like they really want to do for their various countries, especially the African continent. But for this man, I don't understand his own of movement. What do you really understand about this man?
The man is a military man, and military people have one objective: to remain in power, destroy opponent. That's it. So whoever want to be a politician, Mamadi Doumbouya will not allow you to succeed him. They will always want to be in power, and then they will create those kind of panic to fear opposition.
So that means there will be no politicians for now in Guinea. Politician
No,
business will
so
not be.
our politician will be that dictator. The man that dictator. The man already told you any politician above 65 years you can't contest. And Guinea don't recognize politicians are all above 60. So you see the first thing, the man formulated case closed. He formulated a policy whereby all politicians above 60 you cannot contest. So that one they already signed that document. That is what you see, Sedu Dali there. All those top politicians, they all be silent.
So which means Sedu Dalo not coming back again in politics.
No, he can't come back. No, they can't come back. That man not coming back. Long time the man run away from the country.
So which means Oppo career is damaged already now. So what it is,
yeah, but
they are importing all now.
In fact, not only to, but also accuse them for corruption. See some of them property all over the city. You see, because all of them were in the past regime, the men accuse some of them for corruption and other things.
All right, Samuel, welcome. We're talking about Liberia, but right now we're in Guinea or something. Welcome now. Give few statement, and then I want you to talk about this president of Guinea, Doumbouya. But please be very polite and don't be too harsh on our military leader, please.
Mr. Douglas, thank you for the privilege. Mr. Dole, how you doing? Thank you for the time. I'm grateful, and I would like to comment and appreciate both of you for the hard work. It's just that I was actually wanted to follow the conversation when it comes to Iran and that of the United States, but I was unfortunate because I I was having one or two issues, leaving the message, coming home, all those things. So I just have to, fill in a gap just to be online and to put one or two together. Now to the issues of Iran, people coming so the issues of Dumbuya. Um, Iran and United States war is our religious war, is an economic war. For Western world, they believe that every country that have resources, every country that have what it takes to build their country, they intimidate you with their, with this wars with superpower. They are the war superpower. They have sophisticated materials. They can come and do whatever they feel like. You have absolutely nothing you can do about it. And that's the thinking, that's the perception, that's the goal of the United States. They believe within themselves that they can make things happen with the power they have, with the influence they have, with the kind of materials and sophisticated material weapons they have. Other countries doesn't have it. That's the thinking they have. So they did similar thing to Venezuela, and today Venezuela is no more. Similar thing to Libya, and today Libya is no more. Now they are bringing down to Africa, to Nigeria, other countries around because they believe that with the resources those countries have, the only way they can be able to get those resources is to create certain avenue, in the avenue of terrorism, put the names on the country that these people are terrorists. They are coming to help the country to take out the terrorists and blah blah blah. This is the strategy the Western world will use in any other country. So for Iran, Iran said no. Even me, from the onset of the whole thing, I thought that Iran can never, because looking at the United States and that of Israel going against Iran is a big hand, because Israel itself is a big hand and that of the United States is another big hand. So from the onset of the whole thing, I was like, Iran can make it. How can small Iran from nowhere stand? How can the small Iran from nowhere stand before the United States, the great United States, and that of Israel? So it was like in my mind, it was like Iran can make it. But when when things turn out the way it's supposed to be, that when things turn out the way it's not supposed to go, I realized that Iran is mightier than everything, any country you can
Mr.
think
Dollar,
about.
listening?
Yeah, I listen.
Mm, yeah, go
I
ahead.
realized that Iran is not a country to joke with. Iran is not Venezuela. Iran is not Libya. Iran is fighting for everyone, every single country in the world. Iran is fighting for that country. Reason being here is that America believes that they can intimidate everybody, and based on that intimidation, they feel that when they intimidate you, you will feel weak in the process. You will not be able to retaliate. You will not be able to fight them back, because if you do, they will either use their nuclear weapons on you or they use their missile. And this is it. This is it. But Iran didn't agree to it. And it was not, it's not based on Islamic fact that Iran is fighting for Islam, or Iran is fighting for the entire world to be free under a bondage of the United States, making, slaving people mentally, emotionally, physically. And this is what Iran want to break that chain. And that's it.
Yeah,
And trust
thank
me,
you.
if the United States doesn't take their very good times in this war, I tell you for sure, Donald J. Trump will feel it very, very difficult to see that he will lose something very important. I don't know whether he will lose his life, but I'm just stating the obvious. If he does be very careful, there will be the history, one of the biggest history in the lives of Iran, that will wipe out the entire face. I'm telling you this. People
What do you
think
mean
Iran is.
interface? Because we listen to the Iranian, one of their new appointees. The journalists were asking him. He was saying so many things. He was saying they asked him about their missile program, and he said the missile program we have, we make missile every day. That was one. And the man asked him how low you guys are. I said, no, we can't go low. And even if we are going low, that the time will be more dangerous. He said that,
Okay,
and then he
okay,
said,
now you're getting the point, right?
yeah, and he said something that when he said a lot of things. But anyway, so let's discuss Liberia. So we'll talk that another day because we're going with our lecture conversation. So we're saying what is really happening with this drugs thing now in Liberia. And bro, see, what do you know, see, when it comes to the drugs thing? But one of the things, because you specialize in agriculture sector, I wanted to talk about a little bit about agriculture, and then probably Momolu can, I mean, can talk about the drugs thing. But I think you were informed about when it comes to the drugs activity a lot. But one of my concerns was, which quite recently I saw cows that the government bought and brought in the country. Is it are they distributing it to people to grow them, or what they're trying to do?
There are a lot of things government doing.
Okay.
Government have cocoa seeding, they have coffee seeding, over millions of cocoa and coffee seeding. Lacra had just begun the distribution of those coffee and cocoa seeding. So whoever have interest, you just send your name. You show where you have your farm or thinking to plan your farm so that they can give you some seeding.
Cocoa, you mean is it cocoa and coffee?
Yeah, cocoa and coffee, they have the best seeding right now.
So
the
they
cooperative
have
development.
in every county.
Yeah, they have it in Lofa, they have it in the regional hub. You know, the Ministry of Agriculture have 5 regional hub in Liberia. So Bon County and Lofa, that one region. So that region 1 there. Region 2 is Todmanboro. So they have it everywhere and they distribute it among the farmer. Likewise, the cow, that is just the beginning. They start bringing cow. So people that will have place to host them, I mean, the ministry is open and they are encouraging potential agriculturalists, potential farmers, so that the
Yeah, but okay,
agro-business
if you
value.
can say it like that, it'll be okay. Sorry, Vasie. If you say that, but it'll be okay. You're not too bad like that. Yes, he's straight.
You know,
Yeah, because if you see me asking, bro, Dolly, is that for some of us are interested in those things, we want to know so that at least we can try to see the best way. Because man, we'll talk off air on that one because I can talk to you. So that's the thing. Thank you for the information because we really want to grow our country. Bro, Tawe, welcome. Before you can start talking, they'll give you welcome, friend, and from there, the conversation I want to ask them, I can go ahead before you can come on. Welcome, Chief.
Thank you, sir. I'm honored to be on the show. Like you rightly stated, I'm Jenica Trawale, a participant on this show tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Yeah, so what I'm asking is that how the drugs issue look like now? Where are we with the drug thing? Because I think it bringing so many things up. Because I can remember, you see, we talk these things, but people were not listening when it comes to bro AB Kroma. But first of all, before we talk that, what really happening? What you been hearing or what when it comes to the drugs, cocaine matters.
So thank you, Mr. Trawale. You are welcome to the show tonight. So Liberia drugs issues. The president has just appointed a new, DA boss. For me, I'm not saying that like the drugs is something that is just today we're going to have the investigation done. At current, there is a serious investigation going on in the DA. There are a lot of police officers who are into the cartel. There are a lot of people who are into the cartel. Their names are staying staying hidden. But there are suspects. There are people who they are suspected them to be part of the cartel. However, the just issue currently is something that even Liberians don't understand how it goes. Because firstly, we talk about the 19 million drugs. While we were like discussing the 19 million drugs, we wanted to get more details about those people who are into the drugs and other things, when we get the 300 and some more drugs, some more million drugs come in again. So it's something that is complicated, but the government of the Republic of Liberia is handling it according to the way they can be able to. Honestly, at currently, the new DA boss that they appointed is working effectively towards the investigation, and we just hope that they bring out a positive result of what we want. They can bring up. But let me tell you this for free, Mr. Douglas. You see, the issue of drugs, I told you the other day, the issue of drugs in Liberia is a critical issue. And in as much as it become a critical issue, government it become a very difficult process where government will see that before you bring people on board, you have to bring plan A, plan B. Now look at what they bring in. The whole investigation start from 2018. The entire investigation is going to start from 2018 down to 2026. So those people who are like, into drugs or the thing, they're going to investigate them from there, kind of 2020 to kind of 2019, from there, kind of 2020, and this is how they're going to go about it. So the investigation is ongoing, but then they haven't yet comes up with a specific, a specific names of group of people that are into it. But then there are suspects. There are people who, they just pin down their names and all those things about that. The investigation is still going on.
Okay. All right. We'll come back to that. Brother Tower, welcome. So we've been talking about a lot today. We talk about the US, the way the Brazil escaped from Tokyo. We talk about that, how they're trying to wage another war on innocent Muslims when something like that going to happen. But alhamdulillah, nothing happened. We talk about that, and then we discuss the Guinean leader. They said he was not feeling too well. He went, but he back now in the country. But they said there were so many arrests. So we don't know what was their plan. And I was asking the brother what our Guinea president really want, because I like him. I don't hate him at all, because I like military regime, because they are just good more than those nectar people. People that wear black shoes and wear nectar and come to you and say they are the best. I don't believe in that crap. Democracy is just a hoax, So yeah, now we jump on Liberia. We're talking about development matters, and now we in a drug conversation. What your take on a drugs event and the newly changed how they call director that they have with the DA? I'm not sure what really was the reason when they removed AB Kroma. And this man they just put into the position. This man been working with government before. He been working in early administration. I think if I'm making mistake, he even worked with George Weah. Now he back in the system again. So are they blamfooning us, or what is the change here? I mean, the individual they put there. What are his characters? Why are his character done for Liberians? So they remove this man, and now they keep changing. This is the second man they put in there after Abi Kroma. So what your take on this, Brother Tawari?
Firstly, let me say, thank you very much for radio and who.
Your line breaking a little bit, if I don't know. Yeah, try that.
Yeah, can you guys get me well now?
Yeah, let's manage with that. Yeah, just make sure you close a little bit.
Okay. So I was first of all trying to welcome our audience, those in Radio Land, those on the social media that are watching our show right now, encouraging them to stick around so that we can have this discussion about Liberia, which is our motherland. Even though we are not there, but it is hard moving, something that we worry about every blessing of our life. And when things going the way they are not going, it is banding us to participate in these discussions. Having said that, well, the drugs cartel in Liberia. It's a really big, not so easy to fight. It is that entire war is having problems with on how to battle cartels. But let government and we depend on them, we give them power so that they can be able to interpret or bring the needs that we need as citizens. We look upon them to be able to arrest anything and everything that can keep us safe and moving. So on the basis of this, I want to blame the Joseph Boakai government for not doing well when it comes to the battle on drugs. Because I will say this to you. We were here, we heard all the different nomenclature when the CDC government was in power. They told us that they even took Jamaica from the mainland Jamaica and brought it in Liberia. All of those were the same criticism about the drugs issue. If I'm able to be too loud or lousy, telling my brother that you are not doing better, and the people trust me and put me there for me to do better, and I'm worse than the man who was there, then no need for me to be there. So I'll just let that to sink and know for a while, especially the battle on drugs. And one of my frustration I'm having with the current leadership right now is all of those that are trying to make effort to battle the issue of drugs, they are being put aside. My question is, why are they being put aside? If you truly have the intention of battling drugs in the country, why are you putting aside people that have the interest of actually going after this cartel? So that rings a bell. Even if you tell me they are fighting and know they are making some gains when it comes to drugs, well, I don't want to buy into that too much, because if you're making a gain, do not make a gain in such a way that it will sound stupid to some people like us. You cannot be making a gain in fighting a specific battle and you looking at the general that actually moving, taking the goalpost from your front line and entering the enemy zone, and then you take them from the battlefield and bring them backward. It means you are strategically telling us that you don't really want to win this battle, and that's what happened. The entire drugs issue in Liberia, that's what been happening. All of the guys that are in the fight to change Liberia, to make Liberia a better and safe state for every one of us, they are being put to the back. Like one clear example we talk about is A.B. Krumah. I don't really know what transpired that led to all these things that brought A.B. Krumah and his own brother getting a lot of hair. If you look deep into that, there were a whole lot of politics playing in the background just to get those guys off for the cartel to be able to operate. And we think that the government, if they think that they have the state power and they want to regain power when it comes to 2029, they need to change their tactics and their technique and put the right people in place or in places. And they should not be going after people who are trying to support them in getting the wrong people out. If they continue doing that, I think they're going to lose the battle for 2029. And for now, I just want to start that as my opening statement on the show. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable. Professor, you got anything to talk about when it comes to the drugs issues? What do you know? Because, like we said, the leadership that they just put into place, but why could they not just bring A.B. Krumah back? A.B. Krumah did not corrupt, and somebody we believe that he was manipulated by just his own brothers and maybe greedy people that was really trying to remove him. So, what do you think, brother?
Okay. Okay. The government is doing extremely well when it comes to the drugs issue. First of all, it is the first time in the history of Liberia for us to hear the quantity of drugs or pills that are being seized, arrested some people, suspend some people, dismiss some people, and investigation is pending. According to the information minister today, there are several other country DEA have arrived in Liberia, the Homeland Security from the United States, the Drug Enforcement Agency from the United States, and also some CIA and some other security from Morocco and other places. They are here. Even the drugs, the DOS, DEA, they are all in Liberia now. From now to next week, we expect so many arrests that will be done. So bringing a new DEA in place, especially somebody who said with the army, is going to be real rebuks operation for what we are seeing, right? So many pressing from the police being recommended, and most of those police people are also being accused in very important position. So it make the investigation so difficult. If you see the second and the third person in the police are all being linked to the drugs cartel, so many things beside them, there are a lot of information we are getting. So now the information minister told us to wait and see what's going to happen from now to next week. So there will be a lot of arrests. I think there are so many names now, recommendation to the president. So we are yet listening to see how that is going to work.
Wow. So it means that this is not going to end well, because all we know, when you haul rope, roll bush. So this
Thank you.
is not going to end well. Do you think the
No, it's
president
going to end.
I'm asking, do you think the president is willing to take this battle as that far?
It's information we are getting so far. Only the president, nobody say the president is involved, but there are a lot of senior government officials. This is what they're talking about since 2018 or 2017 up to now. The cartel begin establishment until they have their network. They have contributed some things to even the national police. Besides the individual, they're just calling to central. We understood that was contributed by the drugs cartel. Even they calling some senators' name that they contributed some vehicle to them. So if no guy donated vehicle to a senator, I mean, what were the motive, or what are the motive of that donation? Because government already provided vehicle and other things. So investigation is ongoing. There are a lot of things being uncovered right now.
So, Brother Awole, this is what we're hearing. And I know you are a veteran. You are a smart brother. Is this government waiting to take a battle? Because when you haul rope, roll bush. What do you think of this?
Well, I would want to say let allow time to play out and see. You know, every time you come up with a statement, of course, those statements are supposed to be backed by reputable action. If the is coming out and all this information that have a lot of technical people that know about these drugs that are able to do an in-depth investigation, I wouldn't want to jump the gun. But all I can say, whether Tabakai or who, the most important thing is Mama, like our kids, our brothers, our sisters. They are so dear to our heart. We don't want to see them going the way they are going. We don't want to see them get damaged. I'll tell you, it shows that every household in the Republic of Liberia has one Zogo.
Yep.
And go and check that. Every household in the Republic of Liberia has a Zogo. Why is that happening across the nation?
More than one.
Thank you.
More than one.
So that does not offer well for our country. It's not in the interest of Liberia, because the very people we refer to as future leaders, if they are the one that are found in those various ghettos and they are the one that are being trained by the cartel to become the next of bandits in the country, where are we heading? And most of those kids, if you really go back and investigation, then you're going to notice that most of them they are smart kids. And you know they are bright, but because they don't see their future, and you know they decide to join the bad people from the where they are going. And all the burden lies on the government. It can be Joseph Boakai government, the next government to come, as long as you will not be able to apprehend the issue of drugs in the country. Trust me, we're not heading anywhere, because even the great America that we live in, benefit here, do yourself, you know, it's insecurity is one of the things that we have in the country. I tell a lot of people, I'm not saying there are not places in America that are bad, but trust me, you can leave your door open in America and go somewhere and spend 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours, come back and it still remain the same way. In most and lot of the people in America, even though they are back this year, we get it. But on the basis of that, I feel that you can't even try that in Liberia, because trust me, the moment they see you walking out, you're gonna lose everything that right in our in our room or house. And these are all coming from the way drugs are being traded in the country and making the children to feel that it's okay to take it. So we will wait and see as time will tell us whether actually these big guys, because the drugs issue is not with the local people. No. And that's one of the bringing the confrontation between Senator
Okay, so the media coming. Thank you there.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, remember Lenny. Let you learn now. Let you finish. Yeah, go ahead. Let you learn.
So as I was saying, this part of the fight is right now between the government and America. But for me, I'm thinking that if the government is actually focusing on the fight of drugs, there's no need to be having battle with the senator, because they are all saying the same thing. Apprehend the mean guys, and then the drugs issue will end. But if you hire the mean guys and let them and grab the local guys, you're not ending anything when it comes to drugs. Yeah. So on the basis of that, I want to conclude there and let the brother come in.
Yeah, Samuel. Yeah, go straight up. Don't be too long. Because let's just discover Amra so we can let it now go. Tomorrow we start early. If we got any other issue tomorrow, we can bring it up. We start early tomorrow because tomorrow Saturday after y'all do your thing. It will not be late today. I mean, it will not be too late. For tomorrow we'll start early. So Samuel, what you are trying to say, so we can conclude about Amara.
Yeah. So let me just clarify one or two to our brother Chinika, Mr. Trawali. From 2023 to 2026, I can vividly see I am not a UPist, I'm not a seditionist, I am not a politician. I'll be very clear to you to tell you that I grade the administrations of the current government when it comes to drugs. I grade them, let's just say I grade them 30% when it comes to handling the issues of drugs. Reason being here is that of 2028 of 2023 to 2026, I've been seeing the street of Liberia is becoming a safe place to live. It's becoming, I'm not saying it's a safe place to live, it's becoming a safe place to live, wherein the government is trying his possible best to to remove those young people from the street and create an avenue for them where they can be able to go to rehab centers. These are things, before then, you never used to walk in my community lately with phone in your hands, with, with laptop in your bag. You will be harassed. People will harass you. Young people will harass you, all these things. But nowadays, since 2023 up to now, in my community, you walk freely. You walk freely without you being hijacked. You walk freely without people taking your materials. You walk freely without be thinking, oh, someone will come and tell hijack me. So from that year to current year, the drugs issue is getting serious, because they are using Liberia as a transit to export It is something that
yeah,
I'll tell
go ahead.
you, the government is trying 30% of their possible best to make things happen when it comes to drugs issue in Liberia. Now, this is it. If the government of the Republic of Liberia can never be able to try their best when it comes to drugs, there are a lot of young people today. You know, when you look on the page, when you follow this page, you will see we have Sierra Leone that came from Sierra Leone, and they are testing they are grateful to the president, they are grateful to the government we have. They were like, wow, we are not seeing young people all over the street nowadays. When you get to Sierra Leone, you will see a lot of young people dying every day. They were like, but Liberia is changed. Liberia doesn't have those things that we have in Sierra Leone. I said, but we used to have them before, but now it's minimizing. It's not like we are getting rid of everything at the same time, but we are minimizing it. If you follow the page, you will see majority of this Sierra Leone here. We have them on our page. We interview them on 1 or 2, and they tell us about the percentage of drugs into Sierra Leone is even more. It's not even imagined to come to Liberia. So you can see that the government of the Republic of Liberia is trying her possible best to at least fight drugs in our own way. So
All right. I think you're cracking up. So while I see Bro Tawari, because of time, I wanted to, because Bro Amra on a conversation will be a whole range of talk tomorrow. So I can really want us to leave that for tomorrow. I don't know how you guys think, because it's late and it will be good for us to, start our conversation tomorrow. I don't know how you guys look at it.
Yeah.
So we can
For me, I will appreciate that. My phone is even running out. I will appreciate that.
Yeah, tomorrow. Then we can add to it, we can visit some representative and site and see what most of them have done, and low grade some of those representatives that are really working, because one representative I don't hear about is on Bro Muka. I think he's doing well. I see his hand marked everywhere in Cloughton. However, so we can just close this, and then Bro Jenica, what your last take? Yes, let's close this for tonight. Tomorrow, I will have you here. You come for you to give some of your opinion here tomorrow, inshallah.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for to be able to wrap up. First, let me extend my thanks to the 2 brothers that are helping us to get connected to our motherland through facts and their own opinion on how they see things happening in the country. That's very important. Right now in Liberia, I believe it's going to be close 12 or something, and they are up making this to work for us. So I want to appreciate them on the basis of that. You guys are strong. You are stronger than us, because it's daytime to our side, but you guys is a complete darkness on your side, and you're doing everything to keep up. Thank you. Keep up the strong work, and let's work together to help our country and help our district. Having said that, I just want to fight that we as Liberians, we should not be fighting each other when we have the same goal and interest to arrive at a solution. Because if you take the social media right now, you see what's happening on this drugs issue. I'm not into it about being taking side with a political party or not. I don't care what political party is it. My interest is Liberia. As long as Liberia is the victorious one in the entire thing, I'm good with that. It's not the issue about it. All we need our country to be liberated from drugs and help our brothers get on the right trajectory. Everywhere in the world, everybody's seeking to be better. Why our own brothers and sisters are just getting worse? We're not even making comparison, because trust me, if you get 10 children and one of them have a disease that is curable, you worry about that more than the other 9. You're not going to say, because I get 10 children, so I don't care about the one that is, that has the disease. You're not going to say that. So I don't believe in the issue of comparison. I believe in getting my own, to myself, and the way I want it better. So I just want to conclude by saying that it's not the issue about comparison, it's the issue about getting our country out of the cartel's hand. and back to the Liberian people. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. So, bro, Jenica was there, and then thank you. See you, bro, Jenica. Thank you. Bro, Vasie, give your closing now. So tomorrow we'll be talking about bro Amara and what happening between he and his people, the government. You know?
Okay, we are wait tomorrow. Let me appreciate you for the platform. You know, there is a great opportunity for us, and the courage you have to establish the platform so that we can discuss issues surrounding development and concern in our country. So we want to appreciate you very highly. And my phone is already running out, so we can get ourselves prepared tomorrow and increase the topics with Amara and others. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, brother Vasie. But I don't want you to switch your phone off after we go off. I will call you. So I want to ask you on something before you can turn your phone off to do something else, to charge it. I will take you off now.
Yeah, no problem. Okay.
So yeah, there you have it. Tonight we were talking about some activity in Liberia, things that we all need to stand firm to do. Our country is our country. But inshallah, tomorrow we'll be here to discuss some of the noise that within the Liberian politics and some of the things that you are hearing, whether it's true or not. Tomorrow we'll be here to talk about it. What makes it very important is that we have our will within free. And besides that, are we graduating from this nasty politics to do better? Because politics, like we said, politics is not real. Politics is just a dirty game. Very dirty game. How do you guys want people to say this? So tomorrow, inshallah, we'll be here tomorrow to discuss this guy. What have been his impact in the Liberian politics? Is he bringing good to Liberians? Is he educating the Liberians? Why? What are we getting from out of this man? So tomorrow, we'll try by all means to get a few people here so that we have some conversation on this brother. I always like to talk about Amara because I watch his post most of the time, and it gave me more wiser. It gave me ideas. Not that he's the only educated man, but he's the one that offered to educate us on his platform, and it's wise. You see, so tomorrow we'll be here to discuss some of the things that we know about him and what his role in the Liberian society. So thank you very much for coming here tonight to showcase our platform, and we'll be here to do everything to make sure you get the information that you're supposed to get from us. We don't come here all the time. That is because we are trying to do everything back home so that we can get stability in our communications. So we thank you for coming. Hopefully tomorrow, by the grace of the Almighty, we'll be here tomorrow to talk to you, and we'll be here with the conversation that's supposed to keep you up for your weekend, inshallah. Thank you very much for coming. I'm your brother, Pamuya Dukle, and I hope we'll be able to see you tomorrow, inshallah. Thank you.
Welcome to Amina TV, the voice of truth and excellence. We are committed to bringing you the highest standards of journalism. Join us as we illuminate the path to a better future.
From the heart of Liberia to the world, bringing you trusted news, education, culture, and entertainment.
Welcome to Amina TV Network. We are the gateway to the Kwadu Boni future. Join us as we explore innovation, culture, and a world of possibilities.
My name is Vamuyan Edukuli, your presenter and moderator. Salaam alaikum.
Kwadu Boni will only grow when we empower our people through micro projects.
My greetings to the people of Kwadu Boni. I'm happy to be back home. I am here to listen to your stories.
We, the sons and daughters of Kwadu Boni, have decided to bring some happiness to our people. We are working on a project to help you all. We live in the United States and we are trying to invest in our own soil. Therefore, we need your support to make this happen. We are your children, and most of us are going to put our dimes and quarters together to transform Kwadu Boni. Our dreams cannot be realized without your efforts and supports. We are one. One destiny, together we can attain it.
Yes, we are one!
We need your support, and we are sure we will succeed, inshallah. You, the elders, are the one that will make this happen. My colleagues will be coming from the United States to do the groundbreaking. One Kwadu Boni, one people. May Allah bless us all.